Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of this channel, and I'll be taking you on a journey through narcissism, understanding the narcissist, and understanding the narcissist-related disorders. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 72, and the title of episode 72 is Why the Narcissist's Love is a Lie. Why is the narcissist's love a lie? This is simple. Narcissists do not really understand real romantic love, or any real love for that matter. Unfortunately, the narcissist's brain is wired in a way where they have had some type of trauma thrust upon them usually a very young age. It can be when they're before the age of 10, and it can even be after the age of 10, but it usually happens pretty much before the age of 14 or 15. Something traumatic has happened to them. They have been abused in some way, or neglected, or something has caused their brain to develop in a way that isn't normal. The brain biologically doesn't develop normally, and like I was saying on another N.A.R.C.N episode, there's research being done currently into the actual biological changes of the narcissist's brain that go on, and the factor that the brain physically changes through the development stages of growing up in a way that forms that brain to not be normal, and then the electrical synaptic function also of the brain itself also becomes affected, and the brain effectively becomes like a improperly programmed computer that has the program in it that is defective, and the computer itself, which is the brain, is functionally, materialistically defective. So because of these elements, the narcissist's brain doesn't work normally like it works in everybody else that has a normal brain, a normal degree of brain function. And this is why the narcissist does what they do, and why they don't understand certain things, why they don't understand love, why they don't understand certain degrees of connections between people, and stuff of this nature. It's not that they can't understand these things. There are narcissists that are capable of understanding these elemental things, because of course every narcissist is different and every brain is programmed slightly the same. But as a whole, most narcissist brains all function more or less the same way, and this is because of developmental stunting with the brain and how it functions and how it physically is in their formative years, and they grow up into this adult state where their brains don't function normally because of all these technical elements that have come into play in their adulthood. So this is one of the reasons why narcissists don't understand real romantic love, or even loyalty and things of this nature to other people within the confines of romantic love or friendships or whatever. They seek only to derive attention because their brains have become wired now in a way that they just need attention all the time. They need this attention and this narcissistic fuel to keep themselves at a normal level of functionality. Most normal people like us don't require that. We don't require attention 24 hours a day, all the time, all the time, all the time. The narcissist requires this type of attention and this type of distraction to keep their brain from going back into all the traumatic events that they've had happen in their lives, which run in a lot of narcissist brains almost on like a circular tape. They're constantly in a mindset of just dealing with all this bad mental anguish that they may have, and this is part of what forms them to have to need all this attention and to keep that attention active, so it keeps their minds away from all of the other negative things that they may have dealt with earlier in their lives, or whatever traumatic events they may have dealt with. So that's why, part of why narcissist brains function like this, and why they don't really understand love. Now, narcissists themselves will use the illusion of romantic love to gain attention. This is what they do. Narcissists function on a very cognitive level. When they put forth things towards you, it's because they've learned these behaviors off of others to use upon you. They normally don't understand, like I said, these things before. They don't understand a lot of these elemental things that go on in the brains of normal people, so they have to analyze people who do function normally. Then they mimic the normal functionality of those other people that they have observed, and this is what they use on a day-to-day basis to pull people in. So when they're doing this, they're looking to gain attention. They're also looking to gain other benefits from everyone, because of course, as we know, everybody desires to be loved. This is one thing that affects all of us victims, is that we all desire to be loved. The narcissist desires to be paid attention to too, but perhaps not in a way where normal people look for love. They look for attention to keep that attention active in their day-to-day life, because they're trying to keep themselves away from other functional things that go on. Because they have a lot of trauma that has gone on in their lives, it's difficult for them to connect deeply with other people, so they don't connect in a way where people who don't have defective mindsets when it comes to love and stuff function. They're looking for attention, not so much love in this way. It differs from normal people quite a bit, and this is why it makes it hard for normal people to understand the narcissist, and it makes it hard for the narcissist, whatever caliber they may be, to understand normal people. We just don't understand each other in those ways, because they physically can't understand, or mentally can't understand the way normal people are. And we don't understand exactly the way they are too, because to us they're not normal, and to them we're not normal. That's really how it works with a narcissist. So when they're using these cognitive things on people to get attention and stuff, it appears as love to us, because we're looking for love. They're looking for attention and fuel. That's what they're looking for. So narcissistic victims' brains get trained over time to kind of like start to work around how the narcissist is, and to us we're just trying to adjust to the narcissist, but to the narcissist what they're doing is they're training us as they go. They're training us to become addicted to them. So this is how this affects people, or victims. This is how it affects victims in negative ways with us, because we become addicted and trained to follow their lead, because they put us through a lot of they put us through a lot of training to make us basically curtail to them as we go, and we're not aware of this. And if you're really not aware of how narcissism works, you really won't be aware of what the narcissist is really doing with you. But they are effectively training us to follow their lead, and this happens with all narcissists of any level. So this is also one of the reasons why when we become addicted to a narcissist and to this illusion that they present to us that we think is romantic love or real love, this is why it becomes so hard to break free from a narcissist who is putting this for you, because they present themselves as these perfect individuals. You know, we look at them and we think, oh my God, this is the perfect person for me. They're the same as me. They have all the same interests. They're putting forth the same amount of energy towards us to draw us in. Although they only do this really in the beginning. After they have you locked in for a while, that attention changes and you eventually get put into a devaluation phase. But this is part of what makes it this addiction phase or whatever that we go through as they get us addicted to them, and then as this proceeds along with them, this gets us addicted to the narcissist, and it becomes very hard to break. It's as hard as a drug addiction to break, actually, because the narcissist is basically training you to become addicted to them, just like people are addicted to drugs. And because we all want to be loved, and we want to try to make the efforts for these people to reciprocate back, we become drawn into this false love state that they present to us, and it becomes very, very difficult to break out of. And of course, this is one of the other reasons why it becomes so hard to deal with a narcissist, or to deal with addiction to a narcissist, especially if we're trying to break free from that narcissist, if we found them out, or we put them into a point where we suddenly know what they are and what they're doing. So these are the reasons why narcissistic love is a lie. The narcissist just can't present real love. They are not physically capable of doing this. Their brain's physical state and psychological state don't allow them to understand this, so they don't put this real love forth towards us in any way, shape, or form. Now, like I was saying before, there are some narcissists who are like borderline lower levels and stuff, who may not have full-on narcissistic personality disorder, where they have kind of a mixed disorder, where it's kind of partially narcissistic personality disorder, and it may be partially bipolar disorder, or it may even be connected dissociative disorder. these narcissists sometimes have a little bit of a borderline in between whether or not they're putting forth to us perhaps real feelings that aren't just of a cognitive nature. So there isn't one set rule for everything. It's going to be different with every narcissist you deal with. But as a whole, narcissists don't put forth real love. This is just not what they do. Of course, they think they're putting forth real love towards you. And actually, one of the great narcissistic experts, H.D. Tudor, makes points of this in a lot of his videos. He says that when the narcissist is in love with you, they think that they're in love with you. That is what they think is going on in that instance, even though they're putting forth to you these horrible things that they do. But to them, that love is the love that they're offering in their sense of love. It isn't really real love. It's not, unconditional love. The love that they put forth to you comes with conditions that you have to follow with a narcissist. So it is not real love. This is why the narcissist does not really love you in the traditional ways we think of romantic love or friendship love or things of that nature. So this is why the narcissist love is a lie. It's because the narcissist love is not real love in the true sense of how normal people know or understand love or romantic relationships or love of friends or love of other people in this way. Narcissists do not put this forward in the same way that we do. So this has been episode 72. I'm going to say to you guys, I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'm going to be coming up here shortly with some new episodes on the N.A.R.C.N channel. I'm constantly working on new stuff to present to you guys. And I hope you guys will stay tuned for some of the upcoming episodes. I'll catch you really, really soon. Have a great day.